Cannibalism is eating human flesh by humans. It is also called anthropophagy. The word cannibalism is derived from the Spanish name Caribales, or Cannibales for the Carib, a West Indies tribe well known for its practice of cannibalism. A widespread custom going back into early human history, cannibalism has been found among peoples on most continents. Meet Issei Sagawa, also known as Pang, or Kobe cannibal, Japanese murderer, cannibal, and necrophiliac. He was also known for the killing of a Dutch woman Renée Hartevelt in Paris in 1981. Sagawa was born on April 26, 1949 in Kobe, Japan. To wealthy parents, his father Akira Sagawa was a businessman who had served as a president of Kurita Water Industries, and his grandfather had been an editor for the Asahi Shimbun. He was born premature, and his health was also fragile when he was a kid. His introverted personality led him to develop a strong interest in literature. Sagawa attended Wako University and completed master's degree in English literature at Kwansei Gakuin University. In 1977, at the age of 27, Sagawa moved to France to pursue a PhD in literature at the Sorbonne in Paris. On June 11, 1981, while Sagawa was studying in Paris, he invited his Dutch classmate Renée Hartevelt to dinner at his apartment, making an alibi of translating a poetry for a school assignment. When Hartevelt began reading the poetry, Sagawa was behind her and shot her in the neck with a rifle. He then raped her corpse, then consumed parts of her body over the course of several days. Sagawa also took photographs of Hartvelt's body at each eating stage. 4 days later, he was caught and arrested by French police while he was attempting to dispose of Hartvelt's remains in a lake in the Bois de Boulogne Park. To his defense, Sagawa's father provided him with a lawyer. After 2 years being awaited by trial, he was found legally insane and unfit to stand trial by a French judge. French authorities ordered him held indefinitely in a mental institution. He was deported to Japan in 1984. Where he was immediately admitted to Matsuzawa Hospital in Tokyo. Upon examination, Japanese psychologists all declared him sane and found sexual perversion was his sole motivation for murder, and he did not require hospitalization. Japanese authorities were unable to get his case files from their French counterparts, who considered the case closed, leaving Sagawa to walk free. Despite the heinous crimes, he showed no remorse and even gained popularity. He regularly gave interviews to domestic and international media in the years after his return to Japan. He was also featured in a magazine for his paintings of naked women, appeared in a pornographic film, and produced a manga comic book that depicted his crime in graphic and unrelenting detail. It was even referenced by Rolling Stone's song, Too Much Blood. Lucien Casting Taylor, the movie co-director, said, but he loved media attention. He went on talk shows to discuss what he did. Casting Taylor added, in his media representations, he didn't acknowledge doing anything wrong. We saw no expressions of remorse. In an interview with Vice, Sagawa went into detail about his cannibalistic tendencies and desires. After I went to study in Paris, my cannibalistic urges showed no signs of slowing down, he said. Almost every night I would bring a prostitute home and then try to shoot them from behind while they washed their vaginas at the bidet. I tried hundreds of times, but for some reason my fingers froze up and I couldn't pull the trigger. From around that time, it became less about wanting to eat them, but more an obsession with the idea that I simply had to carry out this ritual of killing a girl no matter what. He also narrated about his killing of Hartevelt. He said, this must sound rich coming from me, but the moment the girl became a corpse, I realized that I had lost an important friend and even regretted killing her for a moment. What I truly wished was to eat her living flesh. Nobody believes me, but my ultimate intention was to eat her, not necessarily to kill her. To this day, I still think, if only she had let me taste her, just a little bit, If we had spent another evening having dinner and chatting about our families, I never would have been able to kill her. He recalled that he had been fascinated with cannibalism since staring at his classmate's thigh in the first grade. And while he was attending Wako University in Tokyo at the age of 24, he followed a tall German woman home, then broke into her apartment while she was sleeping. However, the woman awoke and pushed him to the ground. He was captured by police and charged with attempted rape. He did not confess his true intentions, in which he wanted to cannibalize her by slicing off part of her buttocks. Charges were also dropped when his wealthy father paid a settlement to the victim. In his final years, it was reported that he was in a wheelchair after a series of health problems including strokes. On November 24, 2022, Issei Sagawa died due to complications of pneumonia at a hospital in Tokyo at the age of 73.